Hello, this is Charlotte with Create Community Studios, coming to you from Florida. Today we're going to work on a project called Words of Joy, and I think that it's important to remember these words during this weird quarantined isolation setting that we're all kind of in. There's a lot going on in our minds right now, a lot of thoughts, a lot of questions, maybe some fear, maybe some anxiety. But in this workshop, we're going to gear towards positivity and things that kind of can keep us motivated and express them. So, Words of Joy, what we need is some water for your watercolors, a brush, watercolor palette, 2 fine tip pens, maybe some markers, any colors that you like, Sharpie, some magazine clippings, like that's just the text, and then last but not least, your paper. So I am using watercolor paper today. It's extra thick paper made for watercolors, and first we're just going to work on setting up our background. So half of our paper is going to be a similar color of your choice, and the other half is going to be with lines of different colors, and this is where the words are going to go. So my background color is going to be a kind of orangish yellow, so you want to start by just filling in the space, almost half, with whatever color you like. I'm going towards the brighter colors, they help me feel better, and of course take your time during this. It's a little hard to see, but there is some color on this page. And then for your lines, try to use colors that are very different from one another. So I'm going to start with red on the bottom. Do some yellow. So this is where you will be writing in your text. Purple. Green. Blue. So the nice thing about working with watercolors is that they do dry pretty quickly, which can give you some time to add more layers, kind of make it look a little bit more versatile. I already have a red here, but maybe you want to go back and add little splotches of red. Add some more color to my background. So this is going to need some time to dry, but you can start to see it taking shape, that they're going to be putting a face, a profile face right here, and it is going to be speaking these words of joy. So you'll just put this to the side for a little bit and let it dry. And then you're going to be using a different kind of paper, maybe a thinner one, to draw a profile of a face. So using a pencil or a pen, just drawing a simple profile. It doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be beautiful, just to get the general shape of a head. And this will just be a guideline for you to then go ahead and fill with these words. So eventually, you want your whole face to be filled with these words. And just keep ripping out and try overlapping them. So this is to represent kind of like all of the thoughts that are going on internally and how our brains can just become kind of filled. And a lot of them we keep inside, we don't talk about, and that's okay. But now's the time to focus on the positive thoughts we're having. Maybe you're really getting something out of this time. Maybe you're spending more time with your family. Maybe you're learning a new skill. Anything that's really keeping you going. So you will glue all of them down. I like to do a few layers of glue. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect here. It doesn't have to have the perfect nose or the perfect shape. You really just want the words to cover up the space. So you'll work on filling this up, and as you do that, that'll need a few minutes to dry, so you can return to your background and start to use some ink and differentiate these shapes. So we want each color to have its own border, and maybe these borders will be thin, or maybe they'll be thicker, and you can put little designs within them. Maybe you want to use a similar color that the background has and do some kind of pattern. It's very time sensitive, so as you work on this, make sure that your paper is dry before you start coloring on it. And then you'll cut out your face and you'll place it right here, and then you'll start filling in your words. So the words that I chose were, I will no longer compare my path to others. I think we're all kind of on our own paths, and it's important to remember that, especially during this time. So eventually you'll want to glue your face on and just really work with different kinds of fonts, finding these words of joy. What are they for you? Maybe I will go on a walk every day. Maybe I will make sure to laugh every day. Maybe they're just simple words like hope, strength, encouragement, community, love, family, support. And then take the time to decorate the backgrounds, giving it some extra pop, flair. So then you will have your very own words of joy. If you'd like to share this with us, we would love to see it at Create Community Studios on Facebook or on Instagram. Take your time with this project. This was kind of a shorter walkthrough, but you have all of the supplies and every step, so I hope that you have fun and have a good rest of your day.